What's this? He's back again already? I know. You can't get enough of me. I am irresistible. I'm irresistible. Indeed. Okay. Let's do this. This is like a last second decision for me. So I've got to get my stream and my watch history and then hope that people show up and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself for the next 3 hours. Because I'm committed now. I'm committed now. I thought it would be nice to stream a game where I'm not emotionally invested in the winner or loser. And since my Falcons are pretty much out of the picture for the rest of the season, I'd say it's a safe bet. We're going to be streaming pretty much nothing but games where I have no real emotional investment whatsoever. So, let's get on with this shit, shall we? Hopefully this won't end my stream by hardwiring in to the old internet deal here. How you doing? Sunday Night Football. When's the last time Tampa hosted a Sunday night game? I think the last time they were in a Sunday night game, they were playing Dallas a couple years ago. Maybe they were in one since then. I can't remember. But anyway, you know, let's watch some football with two teams that I fucking hate, but really want to watch play because I think this could be an interesting game. My pick is Tampa. I'm picking the Succaneers. They're going to break the curse. They're going to win the NFC South this year, I think. Can we get the drive chart thingy up here for the sake of my stream? Oh, thank you. You know, I said earlier I was considering doing this depending on how I felt, and I feel pretty good, so just roll with it. Gotta make sure the level's loud enough for my OBS for you guys. Licensed music. I can't be held, but Derek Brooks is talking over it. Well, that's lame. I like Derek Brooks. Which is a bit rich because I've hated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers my whole life. I hope I don't regret getting on here and streaming. I don't feel that tired right now, but I'm afraid by the end of the stream I'll be dragging. Gotta open a window. Yeah. It was kind of hot outside today. It's just now starting to get really cool outside, and it's 20 after 8 here on the East Coast. AB! Old Clowntonio Brown, he's back. Ironically wearing number 81. Will he be the new Randy Moss for Mr. Brady? If AB gets on a roll, I guarantee you he'll see more than 30 plays. NFC South, Tampa 6-2, New Orleans 5-2, Atlanta 3-6, Carolina 3-6. And it's pissing rain out there in Tampa. That could put a damper on the offensive numbers tonight that everybody was thinking we were going to see coming in. I'm telling you right now, You're going to have a hard time putting up big numbers on your offense going against Tampa's defense. You are going to have a hard time.
In New Orleans in the opener. So if they win this game, they're not only in front of the opposition as far as the standings are concerned, but they will have won the season series, and that could be very, very interesting.
So we watched week 1. Of course, didn't stream it, but I was watching week 1. New Orleans kind of whooped Tampa Bay's ass. I think we're going to see a completely different game here. I think Tampa's much, much better now. Better than the Saints. Michael Thomas is back tonight. AB's back tonight. We got plenty of clowns on the field. And here comes Tom Brady. I tell you what. Can I get the drive chart up for my stream, please? NFL.com.
So he's thrown only one since week 2. So Brady will go to work. He's been throwing deep this year as well as the bevy of receivers, and he begins
1st and 10. Where's Jeff? Where's Lori? Play action. Cam Jordan all over Brady. He throws it up. Oh, that could have been picked. I don't know how Brady got enough juice on that pass to keep it from just floating over the middle and getting intercepted. But he did.
Yeah, not often you see anybody go one-on-one here against Cameron Jordan, but this time they slid the line away, and Tristan Wirfs unable to keep Jordan out. He has been much better. Little shot right to the face on that one, too. Could have easily been called.
Yeah, Cam Jordan was there. Second and 10. Goes to Jones, up the middle, big hole, good blocks. Gain of 7. Yes, it's February. Jeff, it's February already. Now, I was feeling good, and I felt like I'd be more invested in the game if I was streaming it. First of some football streams we got coming. Boy, I don't know what Brady saw throwing that pass. That was low. Low and too far in front of Gronk, who was covered anyway. So they got a punt.
Two savvy bets out there. Malcolm Jenkins, who came over from the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe a little grab.
A little bit of a tug by Malcolm Jenkins, but not. I don't think it's worth a flag. How else are you going to cover Gronk? Of course, I say that, and then I'm the first guy to kick and scream whenever Julio Jones gets tackled trying to catch a pass, and there's no flag.
One of the best at running back punts. Sets up inside his own 25-yard line.
So 3 and out. Good to see the Bucs back in red uniforms this week again. Not a great punt. Here comes Lord Breeze.
The youthful one, the 41-year-old Drew Brees. Youthful in comparison to Brady. His numbers this season.
Is the game audio loud enough? I can never tell.
That's best in the league. TD interception 13-3. Pass rating is great, as always. League average normally in the low 90s.
Completion percentage, you can pretty much just write it down. Drew Brees,
Okay.
last 3 years right there at the top.
First QB get the ball. Yeah. First quarterback who can throw the ball further than 15 yards down the field wins. Breeze pump faked like he was going to throw deep, and of course checks it down to Kamara. Who's Breeze bullshitting? I've got to where I don't even fall for the pump fake anymore. And Breeze will pump fake a lot.
In the MVP conversation, Thomas hasn't played since opening day. Sanders has missed the last couple of the tight end. Meanwhile, up front.
Good play there. They got yards. Hey, Lori. Yep. Surprise football. I said I'd see how I felt. Michael Thomas. Welcome back, bitch. Michael Thomas. Not a big fan of his. He's a bit of a whiny motherfucker. I'm spoiled. I have Julio Jones. He doesn't talk, and he's the baddest motherfucker around.
So he is back on a guy who last year only caught 149 passes. to set an NFL record.
I picked the Bucs to win, by the way. There's that pump fake again. Breeze is rolling. Good throw. I think it's a first down. Josh Hill. It was amazing to see Breeze move without his walker with the tennis balls on the bottom of it there. Elude the pressure because the Bucs brought a blitz. Why do you fall for the pump fake? He's not going to try to throw it deep. Unless the guy's just absolutely wide open, he's not going to throw it deep. They're at the Bucs 40 now. Good drive. Gain of 5. Nindonkey Kong Sue. And my God, look at these names. Levante David, Devin White, JPP, and Shaq Barrett. This defense is no joke. Secondary not bad either. Very underrated. It'll be 3rd and 2 now. Remember when they thought Latavius Murray was going to replace AP in Minnesota? That was cute, wasn't it? Uh-oh, Taysom Hill's in it. Quarterback Breeze ain't even on the field. 3rd and 3. He's going to throw. It's a legit pass play. He's over the middle. Jared Cook. Jared Cook is still a matchup nightmare. I don't know what the size is between him and Gronk, but I feel like Jared Cook just dwarfs Rob Gronkowski. Him and his giant gator arms he has. It's early, but maybe this is just a case of the Saints having the Bucs number, because I feel like the Bucs are a better team. But maybe the Saints just have their number.
So Kamara's on the pace right now. They were able to stymie him on opening day, but since then he's been phenomenal. He leads the league in scrimmage yards. He's on a record.
I don't want to get up and work tomorrow.
He can run, we know that.
I hope this game turns into a blowout so I can get off here early and go to bed. Yeah, Latavius Murray's always been all right. He just ain't that guy. That guy wearing number 41, though, he's that guy. Alvin Kamara. Love to have a couple of those guys on my team. Oh, my God. Breeze threw it right to JPP, and he dropped it. Now, don't tell me that his lack of fingers affected his ability to intercept that pass. God, that should have been an easy pick. He just lucky he threw it to a guy who has like 1.5 hands. And I'm sure JPP's like, ain't no way he's going to throw this. God. He wouldn't have made it to the end zone, but that should have been a pick. Breeze threw it right to him. And it was in the flat on the left side. Kamara's a wide receiver. Breeze wanted to throw the screen. They got it covered up. He's all wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. Traquan Smith. That ball hung in the air for about 900 years because Drew Brees threw it, but it's a touchdown. Breeze wanted this bubble screen with Kamara. Let me say this again. It's a blown coverage for sure to get that wide open. But as soon as Breeze looked at Kamara, 3 defenders just came running that way, and it left Traquan Smith wide open. That looked like a Madden touchdown as well. You see, I had to like stop and toe tap and stay it in.
65 yards. When you've got Thomas and Sanders and Callaway and Hill and Cook as well. forget about a guy like
Yeah, put 6 on the board
and they did indeed.
and make it 7.
That secondary extra point is good by Will Bucs.
Busted coverage.
Touchdown as they go 9 plays, 7 of them passes to take the early lead.
I hate both of these teams. Boy, I wish I had something worth a shit to drink in there, but all I've got is milk. I'm out of fucking drinks. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hope my stream didn't just cut off because it froze up on my phone. Nope, we're still on. Hi, phone. I would like to watch my stream now. See my comments. Yeah, they blew that coverage the moment Breeze looked at Kamara. Breeze hit him with that Jedi mind trick. He moved the defenders with his mind. And think about the design of that play, how good it was. They're all half the defense bots on the fake to Kamara. Taysom Hill's over there, but the receiver you're throwing to is Traquan Smith. It's not even Michael Thomas or Emmanuel Sanders. So he doesn't get as much respect or attention. So, of course, he was wide open after that busted coverage. Good job by Drew and good call by Sean Payton. Boy, I feel bad for you, Jeff. Seattle's defense is so bad, they're dragging Russell Wilson down with them. I watched the highlights from that game. Not good. You would think the Seahawks were a pretty shit team based on that game and based on their performance against Arizona. Maybe the Seahawks aren't that far removed from the Bears. It's just the Bears can't move the ball. Oh, yeah, I saw the fucking Falcons game ended, yeah. Not surprised. Well, I am surprised. The real surprise is that they won. It's a dangerous pattern.
Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. By T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. And by Subway, it's football season. A little bit of good tidings from this year, ending with Taysom Hill becoming a dad. His son Bo Nixon Hill, born on the 22nd of August. And dad tipped that drive alive with that pass after a drive that consumed 4 minutes.
Hey, Tampa Bay.
Talking about spreading the wealth. Breeze hit 6 different receivers.
Bring me AB. I hate AB, but I'd like to see him play, see how he looks.
After going 3 and out.
Like I said at the start of the game, if AB gets hot or Arians gets desperate, you're going to see a lot of Antonio Brown.
Well, Jamel Dean last week in that game against the Giants had a couple of mental mistakes in this.
Now here's a guy.
He's going to get the motion out here, and he is going to see this quick screen that he believes is going to Alvin Kamara. See Traquan Smith come up like he's going to block him. The minute the
Yeet.
takes off to make the
Wide ass open.
Beautiful design. Antonio Brown, bottom of the screen there, number 81. First down from the 25-yard line.
Brady getting clobbered again as he throw. Wow, that ball went nowhere.
There. Incomplete.
Brady got crushed.
Was the nearest, and was second down and 10. Brady this year, Chris, as you know, throwing a lot of deep passes, much in contrast to what went on last couple of years in New England.
No question about it. I mean, 43 passes this year, over 20 yards. And by comparison, Drew Brees has 11. So it gives you.
Did I mention I love my new television?
A night like this with the wind and the rain and the different things, maybe the shorter, quicker passes. Way to go.
Jamal Adams, I saw his face. He looked like he regretted being back on the field today. Ronald Jones. There's a flag down. I think this is coming back.
Ronald Jones, John Hussey, we'll hear from him for the first time tonight. Just a moment.
There you go. Well, a great start. We're getting this version of the Bucs again, just like against the Giants last week. Sloppy Bucs. One week they look like world beaters, and the next week they're getting shit tons of penalties. Gronkowski's really getting hot as the season goes on. I think he's comfortable again. Empty backfield, 2nd and 20. 3-man rush, though. It's going to have a chance to go somewhere, and Brady checks it down. Nobody was open. 3-man rush, though. You're going to have a chance. The dreaded 3-man rush. 3rd and long. Once again, great start, Tampa Bay. Third and 14, and Brady just immediately checks it down. And what a surprise. It's not a first down. 2 very bad 3-and-outs.
Most people that were handicapping this game would have thought it might have gone the other way, especially when you see the weather. You know, you got to think Tom Brady's played these jugs all over the country, especially New England, big games, championship games, and then Drew Brees on the other side.
Quote George Carlin, not good, Bruno, not good. Like I said, don't expect me to stream football necessarily every week, but most weeks we'll pick a game or two and we'll stream it. Primarily primetime games or something, because I want to use my computer to watch games in my area that I don't get around here. But if the game I really want to watch is on in my local area and I can stream and use the computer for streaming instead of watching football, then why not jump on? Yeah, when all else fails, just get on 3rd and 10 or longer against Seattle and just call some bullshit and you'll probably get it. The Falcons are the same way. At least they were. They're not quite as bad now as they were. At least they improved, I guess. Yippee for them. Hooray. I would be in bed right now if I wasn't wanting to watch football. I'm so tired. You can hear my fan blowing in the background. I'm afraid we'll have bad luck picking games because I feel like any game I'm like, okay, I expect this to be a good game. I'll pay extra close attention. It sucks. So I feel like I'm going to be a jinx as the rest of the season goes on whenever I decide to jump on and stream a game. Tell you what, I'm not streaming Monday Night Football. It's Jets-Patriots. Yuck. Shit, the Jets might win, though. But I'm still not streaming it. I probably won't even be awake by halftime. How about that Chase Elliott kid?
They're the 6 quarterbacks with a winning record against Tom Brady.
Drew Brees, Jake Plummer, 3-0. Eli Manning, Kyle Orton, Alex Smith, Russell Wilson. Wow.
When Brees was a San Diego Charger, so he's 2-2 as a Saint against Brady. So 4-2.
How about that? Jake Plummer, 3-0 against Tom Brady-led teams. Wonder what Jake Plummer's doing these days. He's like Mark Bulger. They were both good, but for a short window. That play clock's running down. JPP jumped off sides. Ah, no, they're going to give them the timeout. They'll say they got the timeout before then. Oh, my God. Joe Flacco style? Oh, fucking hell. I got to watch Joe Flacco and Cam Newton. Was this 2012?
This is a race that's going to go back and forth most touchdown passes, but let's take a look at the history of the Sammy Ball.
Well,
held the record for 2 decades. Bobby Lane had it for a couple of years.
It'll make going to bed tomorrow night very easy.
Johnny Unitas had it for a decade. Fran Tarkenton
But I will watch the
had it
game
for 20 years.
until it gets out of hand. Or until I can't take it anymore.
Brett Favre had it for 7 years. Peyton Manning did that at Denver. And then Drew Brees at 560. Tom Brady at 561. It's going to probably be a question of who lasts longer.
First down. JPP was almost offsides again. Breeze over the middle. Wow, that was 15 yards down the field. Way to go. And terrible tackling. The receivers free up the sideline down to the Tampa 25. What the fuck was that tackling? That was like some Falcons defense bullshit. Look at this.
Looks like you're going on the deep over, then you peel back out of it. And when you got a speedster out there like Deontay Harris, you just give everybody a little
catches it. Try to tackle him high, and he just shrugs him off and keeps going. Devin White gets chipped by Michael Thomas there, and he's down the field. This game can get out of hand fast. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's a one and a half yard gain there.
His entire life, whether or not he has enough arm strength, whether he has this, whether he has that, and all he does is keep.
Remember when they said Matt Ryan can't throw the deep ball? Did you guys happen to see his highlights today?
And yet there's always that
Matt Ryan can't throw the deep ball. Fuck off. Just had to get that dig in there. Breeze looks like he's ready to sling it. But he's hesitant. I love the Saints in their Power Ranger uniforms.
They're not even getting close. On the outside, Tron Armstead, who's probably the best pass blocker on the team. Ryan Ramczyk, maybe the best run blocker on the other side. They were pretty well in protection against.
3rd and 4 from the Bucs 20. Bucs load the box, but they back out of it. Wow, Breeze checks it down. Got to be a yard short of the first. Wow, that's a generous spot. That ref is coming in and marking him all the way at the line to gain. He's got to be at least a half yard short. Well, of course, the Saints look like they don't care. They're going forward no matter what. Sean Payton looks like he expects 4th and inches or 4th and 1. They're going to measure. I think that's a favorable spot. I'd move that ball back a little bit, just by a nose.
Then the running back, Latavius Murray, smart enough to see them drop out, so he gets out on the route, and he was needed there. So good veteran play by him to get it close at least.
Have your index cards ready for this measurement. Just what we need to make a game take longer on a work knot. And it is short. Okay. It's short. I felt they gave him a little too much. Fourth and inches, and they're going for it. I wouldn't expect anything less. Look who we're talking about. I bet it's a sneak. Nope, they're going to hand it to the fullback. I think they'll say he got it. It looked to me like he might be a little short, but as close as they were, how could you be short? Bucs think they stopped him, or at least they're trying to convince everyone that they stopped him. Okay, that spot tells me that they got the first down. Yeah, they got the first. They didn't get it by much.
I don't think I'd want to be a line judge in these situations. Like, how do you really know where that ball is, right? How do you really know in that pile of humanity where that football is? Wherever they put it, it was just enough.
That's why they carry a quarter and you just flip it.
That's good, yeah.
Time of possession and everything else is slipping away from Tampa here. Their defense is going to be smoked by the end of the first half. Is this a challenge? Are you stupid?
Again, if you challenge it, you know, that ball disappears.
Bruce Arians. Did he ask Tom Brady's permission before he challenged this? That would piss him off if you heard me say that. This is a waste of a fucking challenge, dude. You ain't going to win that challenge. Even if you were right, you ain't gonna win that challenge, and you're not right. They got it. Coaching for dummies. Yeah, I ordered my Chase shirt. Actually, I did it at the very end of the stream earlier. I cut the browser off so nobody could see my information and shit, and I ordered my Chase shirt. I got it for $17. It's actually supposed to be like $25, but they had like a code you could use for the next couple hours, and I was like, shit, yeah, and I got it, and I ordered my Chase shirt for $17. Treasure it for the rest of my life. I miss points racing though. So happy Chase won, but at the same time, those old points championships just felt a little more prestigious. Most would agree with me. You know, I'm thirsty right now and I have nothing to drink but milk, but when I drink milk I just get more thirsty. But fuck it, I'll be right back. I'm thirsty. So it's time to get more thirsty. I gotta go get my $400 tomorrow. Yee. $400 for some caulking and some painting, some brushing. Need Tom to throw some picks. We're gonna win your fantasy game. Well, it's not looking good for Tom early. He's not lighting the world on fire on the 3 plays he's had on the field. So it's looking good for you, Robert. Jeff, you're right. This point system will always be good for television. There's no doubt. That's why they have it. All right, now go ahead and tell Bruce Arians he lost his fucking challenge, which they did. Tampa Bay's been charged a timeout. You can't overturn. What a waste of a challenge. Dream scenario. They use another challenge, lose that, and then they don't have any left and get fucked in the fourth quarter. Oh, wait. Out of these two teams, the Bucs would not get fucked in the fourth quarter. It would be the Saints. Saints are in the red zone now. Taysom Hill, quarterback draw. Gain of 3. Now here's a guy. Devin Watt's one of those guys. Reminds me of Luke Kuechly or Ray Lewis. Just so all over the field, you would think there's like 3 of them out there. It's like, how is this just one guy? He's everywhere. Jamal Adams is like an Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu top to me. He's the same kind of player. Breeze over the middle. Jared Cook. Jared Cook down to the 1. Oh, he fumbled. Tampa Bay recovers at their own 1 yard line. Levante David recovered it. Yeah, I started to wonder when Jared Cook was up on his feet fighting, and yeah, that ball's coming out. That's a fumble and a recovery. Good defense, Tampa. They were on their heels there. That's a big play defense. They can... You saw it in the Pittsburgh-Dallas game earlier when Dallas was inside the Steelers' 10, threatening to go up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. They get some pressure, and the dumbass quarterback lobs it up, and Minkah Fitzpatrick comes down with it. And once again there with Tampa's defense, that's just big play, capable defense. They're as explosive as their offense is. And in this era of NFL football, it's very important. Can y'all believe we got through 10 months of streaming NASCAR stuff? My first season as a NASCAR streamer. What a season it was. I had no idea when I started in February what we were in for. I had no idea. Yeah, you could have used that Jared Cook. Hell, even if he doesn't score, you could have used that catch. Drew Brees, pass short middle to Jared Cook. Tampa Bay 2 for 11 yards. Fumble recovered by Levante David. Levante David's always been a stud, man. That guy's so underrated. It's like he just now gets attention because outsiders look at, oh, there's Devin White and Levante David. But it's like, dude, Levante David's been a beast from day one. I've always been a big fan of his. Devin White, though, he might be on another level. That dude's crazy good. They're reviewing it. God damn, this game's going to take till like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I got to work tomorrow, you fucks. I want to sleep. I still ain't going to get caught up on sleep to the extent that I want to get caught up on sleep. I don't think he can overturn that. It's going to stand. I'm with him. I'm good at these reviews, by the way. I think you'll find that as we stream more games throughout the rest of the season.
So this becomes one of those calls on the field. Which way did that go?
Although that last camera angle might make them change it.
Not enough evidence?
I think it stands.
After review, it was determined that the runner's knee was on a player. Then the ball came out subsequently and the defense recovered.
Yeah.
It is Tampa Bay's ball.
Okay.
First down.
It stands.
Okay, so they take over at the 2-yard line.
What's on the menu? Fumbleia, Jared Cook.
Yeah, there's an old saying in the National Football League. You have to know when
Emmitt Smith was the best in the world at knowing when the play was over. What Chris Collinsworth is talking about right now, know when the play's over, Emmitt Smith was the best at that. Try to hit the Saints with a handoff up the gut, gets a yard. Remember, Tampa starting at their own 2 right here.
Right there, that Saints defense. Take a look right here. Pro Football Focus ranks as well. Malcolm Brown knows Brady well, played with him in New England. Davis and Anzalone are the linebackers. And the 5 DBs include Janoris Jenkins and Malcolm Jenkins, who started his career in the Saints with the Philadelphia line right there.
Can Tom Brady do anything? Look out! Lobs it up. That's going nowhere. Oh, it should have been intercepted. He was going deep for Antonio Brown, and Janoris Jenkins was all in front of it.
And that's Janoris Jenkins.
Hey, there's AB.
They're covering on the play.
Good coverage, Janoris Jenkins.
looking around there by
He had AB all covered up.
chance Brady just slightly is going to underthrow this post push pattern, and actually the first big play that Antonio Brown makes for the Bucs.
Just a little bit of an underthrow that let Jenkins get back in position. Should have been intercepted.
And probably saved the interception.
He was kind of running through AB's back to get to the ball, but 3rd and 8. Here we go again. Tampa's about to go 3 and out. Or worse. Incomplete. 4th down again. Tampa Bay can't get a fucking first down. And now they're punting from their own end zone.
You know, it's interesting. We just
You're 3 and 5 in fantasy. Fantasy football's such bullshit. That's why I stopped playing it after like a couple of seasons. I had never tried it before, but the fantasy draft was fun, so I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
This better be perfect. It was, and Gronk just
I would always get hot late in the season and it'd be too late. So I was basically like the Falcons. No wonder they're my favorite team. Get hot when your season's already fucked. So after this play, if they go to commercial, we got to have a talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Saints are going to start at the Tampa 35. So we got to have a talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers here, because I just got a glance at their schedule earlier after the Dallas game, because, you know, I can't believe Dallas took Pittsburgh to the brink and nearly had them beat. Pittsburgh. There they are. So, looking at Pittsburgh's remaining schedule, I'm going to read it off, and I want you to tell me who the fuck is going to beat Pittsburgh. I think there's one team that could. Maybe two. Okay, so the remaining schedule for Pittsburgh. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh's going to win. Jacksonville, that's a win. Baltimore, without those turnovers last week, would beat Pittsburgh. So I think they might lose to Baltimore. Washington's not going to beat Pittsburgh. Buffalo, maybe. You really see anybody here? Cleveland, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Washington, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Who's going to beat Pittsburgh? They're not going to go 16-0. Big Ben's a fucking liability, dude. I'm telling you. I was just thinking about that earlier. Dude, you don't want the Steelers fucking up and getting to 16-0, because then their fans will never let you hear the end of it. In my opinion, the greatest football team of all time went 16-0, but they didn't even win the Super Bowl. 07 Patriots, the best goddamn team of my life. I've never seen anything like it. Just routinely stomping ass every week. Putting up ridiculous numbers. That was the greatest team of all time, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. Probably should have. Fluke catch away from sealing the deal. A dropped interception and a fluke catch away. But I still say the 07 Patriots are the best team of all time.
Wednesday's most watched dramas are back. Chicago Med, Fire, and TV. Chicago Wednesdays return this week, right here on NBC.
85 Bear, I mean, for the time, I guess.
Stadium, site of the Super Bowl in February.
I'm still going to say 07 Patriots. Big run by Kamara. Saints in the red zone again. Kamara, dude. That's the truth.
Right off the bat, they've changed guards. Nick Easton's going to come up and take over for Cesar Ruiz, and they go this little outside zone, inside zone, right to that side. This is a big, powerful offensive line. And I tell you, the Saints look like they came out here with a purpose tonight. They have been.
They know, I mean, obviously both teams know how important this game is, but if you beat your best opponent in the division twice, you've got such a strong shot at winning the division. That's like, no doubt. So I see why the Saints are a little more up than they've been lately. I feel like the Saints have been just getting by. 91 Redskins or the 83 Redskins. Really, the best Redskins team was what, 81 or whenever they lost to the Raiders. Because the Redskins that lost to the Raiders in the Super Bowl were kind of the 07 Patriots of their day. They were the best team ever and got their ass stomped in the Super Bowl. Oh, this. Oh, wow. Got a hold of Kamara's ankle, or that was going to be a touchdown.
I go back to that Green Bay game, and Aaron Rodgers jumped out to a 10-0 lead in that one. And we started to see Todd Bowles in the
Bruce Arians is the most red-faced motherfucker on the planet.
almost every play, and yet
How is somebody that red that often?
like that. I wonder if the Drew Brees
Remember how bad Bruce Arians was in the booth as an analyst? He did a few games for like Fox or CBS a couple years ago. He was pretty bad. Going back to Kamara again.
I'll tell you, Jason Pierre-Paul for the longest time has just continued to make plays. Already this year, 6.5.
It became pretty apparent in that fourth quarter today that, yeah, Dallas is not going to win this game. Even when Pittsburgh was down by 10, I was like, there's no way they win. They can't hold on. They can't stay ahead. It would take multiple turnovers, and that didn't happen. Touchdown. Good throw by Breeze. Tampa Bay, you better wake up. Really, I don't blame the defense. The defense has been put in these impossible positions. It's the Tampa offense that needs to wake the fuck up. Yeah.
14 touchdown receptions, University of Dayton. Watch this hard.
I like Tua, but let's not call him a beast just yet. I mean, we've seen this before. Young quarterback takes off, starts off hot. Then when some teams have about 6 to 8 weeks worth of tape on him, he starts to struggle. But yeah, I like Tua.
That is Levante David, who is now down. So of course that is huge for the Buccaneers. So David is the man who needs some attention here as the quarter has expired, but fortunately gets up, and it's none the worse for wear.
Well, let me give you a little perspective on how valuable that guy is. Since he came in the league, his overall linebacker ranking is third, coverage rank second, and tackles for loss is first.
This is the longest first quarter ever.
The truly dynamic linebackers.
I feel bad for the Cardinals. They got to be sick. I saw the end of that game. The kick is short. Dolphins win. Dolphins and Raiders 5-3. Can we give it up to John Gruden?
Yeah, with good reason.
Raiders building shit and doing it the right way. Old school.
This one through. And so the first quarter is all New Orleans. All the Cavs 14-0 Sunday Night Football.
Let me run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Enjoy the silence. You know, the decision to do this stream was literally last minute. Like, fucking Carrie Underwood had just finished singing the song, and I was like, fuck it, let's stream. And I jumped up and got on my computer. If Joe Gibbs had Denny Hamlin as QB, he wouldn't have won any Super Bowls. What can you do? Championship now is weird. Like, it just so happens that Hamlin ended up being the fourth best car today. Maybe if they'd have run this race next week, he might have been the best car. I don't know. Elliott was just on fire these last 2 races. No stopping him. That has me excited for the future. We saw that earlier this year when we got back from the pandemic break where Chase Elliott should have won Darlington, the 600, and Bristol. You know, he won that one Charlotte race in the middle of that, but he should have won multiple ones in a row.
Schedule came out. It's been all Saints. 14-0. Tampa Bay to get the ball. Still looking for the first down. This is Mickens is going to let it go.
Tampa's got to start just short of their own 20 again.
Well, here's the quarterback comparison right now, completely one-sided. Breeze 11.
Tom Brady lighting it up. 2 of 7, 9 yards. Woo-wee!
Drew and 9 for Tom. 2 touchdowns for Breeze, so he is in the all-time touchdown lead at the moment, which will probably be a seesaw for the balance of the season, maybe even beyond that.
2 completions to Ronald Jones, and that's it so far.
Brady slips it to the right side.
Little Scotty Miller, incomplete.
It's incomplete. It's out of bounds. That's Scotty Miller, the receiver, who's forced out by Jenkins. So David is on the bench. We saw him get hurt at the end of the first quarter, but able to walk off under his own power.
Now they're trying to go with
Like Skip Bayless said, Tom Brady the GOAT. Just give him little Scotty Miller. He'll beat you. And then when he doesn't win, oh, he doesn't have any help. There's Godwin. First down? Not quite. 3rd down. They didn't have the lines on the field. So I was like, what the fuck? It's like 3rd and 4. AB's in the game on 3rd down. Got to get AB involved, bruh. Although they're putting Janoris Jenkins out on him. That's a good matchup, Jenkins and AB. Who called timeout? New Orleans.
So you've got a splint on the finger, or fingers of Godwin. So Chris, you played receiver. Somebody told me that. So what happens when you play with a splint like that?
Well, essentially, we were watching him in pregame warm-up, and generally when you catch the ball, it's that finger that had the surgery that's going to take the brunt of trying to make the catch. So you tape it up to that one and take it away. But really what we saw from Chris in pregame was that he was keeping those off and sort of catching it like that. But he is one of the best pure catchers of the football around. Look, watch how he's trying to do it. Catch it
3rd and 3. Will Tampa ever get a first down tonight? Come on, don't. I want to laugh. Brady throwing. That's not going anywhere. As soon as the pressure gets to Brady and he chucks it deep, I know it's not going to get caught. 4th down again. This is on the verge of getting out of hand.
On 4 drives, do the math. Everyone's a 3 and out.
Al, it's really as simple as this. The pressure is getting there for the defensive line of the Saints, and so far the coverage has eaten alive these wide receivers. There hasn't been anybody running wide open down there. They're all healthy. There's no excuses. Not a lot of practice time, but so far total domination by the Saints defense.
So Kenyon has averaged 41 yards per punt. His leg is warmed up for sure. This is his 4th punt of the game. Deontay Harris.
Do the Carolina Panthers special. Run fake punts left and right.
Line drive boot.
It's going to be a good return. Going to be a great return.
Still on the move.
And the Saints have the ball across midfield again.
Out to the 50-yard line.
And Pinion, the punter, is limping off the field. My God, things are not going well, Tampa Bay. If I expected this game to be dominated by one team, I figured Tampa would come out here and punch New Orleans in the mouth. Get revenge. That week 1 game got really ugly in the second half. Oh well, it'll make it easier for me to go to bed, although I know better than with Brady. I'll try to get to the 4th quarter if it gets too out of hand before I get off here and knock out. I know NFL games don't have a mercy rule, but I'm going to tell you right now, my streams have a mercy rule.
Getting hurt, so how did that happen? Here it is.
Well, it's take a look. It looked like he sort of blocked one of his own guys right back into him. Robertson did. He came up limping and looking at the officials. They've got nothing.
So limping along the sideline, checking out the replay.
See a pick six in Brady's future wouldn't surprise me. It would certainly help Robert's fantasy team. 14-0. Saints start at midfield. I get used to streaming football. I feel more invested in the games when I am. Oh my God. Slipped Devin White, but the rest of the defenders came crashing in.
We talked about the speed of Devin White. You're going to see it right here. He smells this thing the whole way. Might have even been a man coverage against Kamara. Comes up, doesn't make the play. But that's the way this Bucs defense typically plays. They're going to make plays in your backfield. They're going to set up 2nd and 15s, 3rd and 12s. That's how they win. Now this coverage, this pass rush has to get the job done.
2nd and 16 after the big loss. Empty backfield. Fucking 5 wide receivers. Look out. Breeze going up top. Taysom Hill. Good God. Gain of 20. You know the Saints are going to win. Their quarterback can still get it down 20 yards down the field and be accurate. Might not have a lot of zip on it anymore, but this is a lot more accurate than anything Brady's thrown tonight.
This is just such a beautiful touch pass. Everybody wants to talk about arm strength, but there are some guys that understand the game. Drew Brees is showing his understanding of the game. How much of an arc could he get away with before the safety got there? Do that with perfect.
So back in there. Walk out with 5 receivers. With Brees keeping one of the receivers there. He is off at the top of the screen. Hill's going to take it himself.
Taysom Hill's going to... Whoa! He leapfrogged the guy down to the 10.
Jordan Whitehead and sets them up just outside the 10.
Al, you're going to think this is funny, but I think Taysom Hill is one of the most intimidating runners that there is in the league. I've seen him do this so many times. 5-man rush. And as a DB, you're going, this guy outweighs me by 30 pounds, so I'm going low against him here. Whitehead, who's one of the toughest guys on the Bucs, there is no way he was going to slide. You could have eliminated that from any possibility.
Well, that was stupid. Fake the toss to Kamara. Breeze just chucks it on the ground. Shaq Barrett was about to put him on his ass. Skip's going to have such a boner on Undisputed because the Bucs are going to be down 21-0 here, and then the Bucs are going to come back and make a game of it.
Look at that. That's a gutsy run. It's a tough run. It's amazing that, honestly, when they talk about who the backup is, they talk about James.
2nd and 10 from the Bucs 12.
Speaking of Winston, he's now with the Saints and backs up Breeze, 2nd down and 10.
Touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders. Well, come on, keep it up so I can go to bed. You know, as much as I'd love to watch a good football game, I'm not going to complain if I get to go to bed before 11. 20-0. About to be 21.
Change of direction. This ability, we've seen it with Julian Edelman. We've seen it with so many guys.
Brady's like, shit, now I got to get in a shootout.
And again, they're going directly at Jamal Dean, who's had a good season. He had a bad game last week. He's had a good season.
Taysom Hill or Jalen Hurts? Fuck. Taysom Hill. Although if you could have heard me during the Dallas-Philadelphia game last week, I was screaming at the top of my lungs for them to take Wentz out and put Jalen Hurts in. I wasn't saying permanently replace Wentz, but Wentz was playing so fucking bad against the Cowboys. I'm like, dude, put Jalen Hurts in. Why did you draft him? Put him in. But the Eagles held on and won, so it was a non-issue. But I was like, come the fuck on, dude. Feel so dumb after watching that Pittsburgh-Dallas game earlier. I had that shit predicted to be the blowout of the year. I'd had that game circled on the calendar for a few weeks now. Pittsburgh-Dallas. And then Dallas almost wins the shit. Chargers-Raiders earlier ended in tragedy. Those old West Coast Falcons, a.k.a. the Chargers, they really came through. Give me Taysom Hill over Jalen Hurts to answer the question. 21-0 New Orleans. Now this game would have to be a shootout. If you go back, you can go back to the Bill Cowher era of Pittsburgh. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's always been a problem with the Steelers. Remember that time they lost to the shitty 2-14 Bucs in 2014? Remember all those times that the fucking Raiders with Bruce Gradkowski or Terrell Pryor kicked their ass? Like, for whatever reason, Pittsburgh will overlook an opponent. Pittsburgh, more than any other team, is always going to lose 1 or 2 games a year they shouldn't lose, and they damn near did it today. They were lucky to hold on. The refs had a hard-on for them today at certain points. It's not the reason why they won necessarily, but there was a lot of weird calls in that game.
I did one of those USO tours in Germany for about 3 weeks. Those guys love football.
Okay, Tampa Bay, here's your chance. You ready to get a first down? If I was the Saints, I'd onside kick it. Try to put them down 28-0. Hey, the Bucs get to start across their own 20.
The touchdown pass race, most touchdown passes. Let's play a little cornhole. Here's how we started the night with Brady up by 1, and then Breeze, tied him there. One ahead there, and now has extended his lead with 3. And he is 14 out of 60.
First and 10. Down 21-0. Is Brady going to get a pass? There you go. First down. Tyler Johnson. The Bucs have a first down. That was an old-fashioned, sarcastic Philadelphia cheer from that Tampa crowd.
Took a huge shot, and gained a little confidence from Tom Brady, but it's interesting now with all these great veteran players.
1 first down. Congratulations.
One guy to get him started is a rookie.
Screen. Oh, it's intercepted. Oh, my God. This game's getting ugly. Intercepted the screen. Bruh, this game's fucking over. Okay, I won't say it's over because it's Tom Brady, but damn.
Can you believe what you're seeing?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of this on tape, and the guy that comes right to mind is right there. Marcus Davenport missed the first.
Look at that.
With an elbow injury.
That was a volleyball shot.
All the attention shifted over to Cameron Jordan. He ended up with no sacks during that period of time. Now Trey Hendrickson ended up with 5.5, so that's all good. But this defense is getting better, it's getting healthier, and they are kicking some tail.
Tom Brady looks ready to go the fuck home.
Yeah, he hadn't thrown a pick since the Charger game.
He looks ready to get the fuck out of here. He sees how this game's going.
And Breeze again with a short field.
Come on, put him away. Get up like 35-0 so I can definitely go to bed early in the second half. Tired, boss. Breeze takes the shot. Incomplete.
Thomas, covered by Davis, and another look.
So Brady goes to throw the screen to Ronald Jones.
Play right there by
Gets tipped by Cam Jordan.
And then the big monster, as Cameron Jordan called him, David Onyemata coming
Fucking A, Tom.
We have just not seen anything.
Tampa does this so often. They're so talented.
Since week 1 when they played the New Orleans Saints.
But not even close to this.
No, not this.
Second and 10. It's Kamara.
I don't like that play call.
Interception. Bringing back your old double doink here.
How about Breeze? 3 touchdown passes and only 3 incompletions on the night.
So it's third down. Saints have only had 3 third downs in the game. I mean, they've been picking up big yardage on first and on second.
Nah, Brady in 07 was like Kevin Harvick.
And the other drive was stopped at the 2 on a fumble.
3rd and 5. Get this. I want to see y'all get up big. It'll be fun.
Three receivers to the left. Breeze steps up into the pocket.
First down. So as much as I love close football games, there is something oddly satisfying when the game is on that tipping point of just being an absolute blowout, and then it turns into a blowout, and you can't believe what you're seeing because you think, oh, these are supposed to be professional teams. Why is one getting their ass kicked so bad? There's something just sometimes fun about just watching a team completely get crushed and give up.
His last game before going on the COVID list, he had 12 catches for 122 yards against the Chargers. So he's picking up right where he left off.
Hill is back in the game. Here he is. Breeze stays in. Wide left. Hill is in.
Taysom Hill down at the 1. Another quarterback draw.
Father Andrews pulling on the play, leading the way. It's first and goal. This is a clinic.
Yeah, you're going to see the pull around. Just a quarterback power. They run it all the time in college, right? Tim Tebow, those guys. That,
Oh, damn it.
I tell you, Taysom Hill, when he puts his head down, it takes a man to get him on the ground.
He's carried
I never saw this game going this way.
from the fullback in. We got Kamara, Alvin Smith.
Touchdown, Alvin Kamara.
He's in there.
Make it 27-0. Good fucking God. The Bucs are getting wiped off the face of the earth.
And this crowd, albeit as small as it is, 15,000, they're letting the Buccaneers have it. Just getting run over.
I don't know what to say.
Credit to the center, Eric McCoy there, who did it nice to get in. He absolutely did. Nice little cut block coming across the formation. Alvin Kamara and Drew Brees and the Saints are shocking the football world.
Holy fuck
this
the
week
Bucs.
was the week that everybody had Tampa in the Super Bowl.
Saints have outgained them by a ratio of about 6-1. Lux for the extra point. 8:45.
Thoughts so far? That interception was nuts. That's when you know shit just ain't going your way. When a tipped ball gets knocked up a couple of times like that and the other team comes down with it, it's just not your day, man. Who would have saw this coming? It's even worse than week 1. Let me check Skip Bayless's Twitter. Matter of fact, let me get off my phone and we'll do it together on my web browser. Okay, let's go to Twitter and see what old Skip has to say, because I know he's a big Brady ball swinger. These Cowboys suck, so he has to live vicariously through a better team. Oh, there you go. He just said this is a blowout. Yeah, no shit, Skip. Good call. Nightmare. Hey, maybe we got a chance at beating Tampa Bay. My fan's blowing in the mic. Give me a minute. I'll turn it off. I'm hot right now. This is like Quinn Half having a top 10 run. Yeah. Old Skip Bayless. Boy, it's going to be a bad day tomorrow. The Cowboys lost, and, well, that's nothing new, but Tampa Bay getting beat 28-0, which, as you know, 28-0 is not lights out for Brady with a whole half left, but I don't see Tampa rallying together and getting this done. But I'll hang around well into the third quarter, maybe early in the fourth before I take off. I know better than to quit on a game early, trust me. I've learned my lesson. I've never quit on a game early and have it turn out a completely different result. But as a Falcons fan, I am constantly reminded, hey, never give up on a game until you know for goddamn sure. Like, really know.
15,000 here tonight. Man, oh man. Looking on pretty much in disbelief.
Saints fans, they're dancing.
Mardi Gras trial already. Started at 25. We've seen a lot of football. Would you explain what the world is going on?
Yeah, the Bucs have 36 yards of offense. I mean, let's face it, this has been one of the best defensive performances we've seen in a long, long time. The biggest difference in these two teams was how much better the Bucs were in pass coverage.
Buccaneers offensive drives, 3 plays, punt, 3 plays, punt, 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 interception, all single-digit yards. One drive had negative yards. First and 10. Brady holding on to the ball too long. Hey, he hits Chris Godwin for a gain of 20. There you go. It's okay, 28-0. Still got a whole half left after this. You got 8 minutes left in this first half.
Now, this is a two-man, which means they've got help over the top and man-to-man coverage underneath. He had to make a great move, which he did. He had to make a tough catch where he knew he was going to get drilled by the safety.
Boy, my NFL picks today and last week were not good. My pick'ems have fucking sucked last week and this week. Brady again. At least he didn't try to throw it deep. There's Leonard Fournette.
You know, the other thing that's a little bit different here tonight, and I don't know if it's Ali Marpet not being in there or not, but this is a power running team, and they have not even come close to dominating in the run game, and that sets up so much of that famous play action that Tom Brady's known for. You don't run, makes it harder to do those play fakes. Now they're going with the power back Fournette in there.
No gain.
At the line of scrimmage. It's only 3 rushers tonight for the Buccaneers. And of course, 28-0 deficit takes you pretty much out of your running game.
Yeah, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. Now, when you have this kind of a lead, now you start flying around, taking chances. Let's get inside on Gronk here. He's playing with a bad right shoulder and not the blocker that he was during the course of his career. So that thing he was up. So a lot of action happening down there.
3rd and 3. AB's in motion. Been a non-factor to not. There you go. There's AB's first catch. It's a first down, gain of 6.
Going backwards to move the sticks.
Well, Dennis Allen knew that.
Dennis Allen, former head coach of the Raiders.
Welcome back, Antonio.
Didn't end too well.
Who would have anticipated
I remember after he got fired and he came to New Orleans to be their coordinator. I'm like, who would hire this guy?
on the Saints? That really has been the story of this game.
Bucs are finally in Saints territory. Brady's checking it down again to Fournette.
Tries to pick up a couple of extra yards, and he's taken down there by Malcolm Jenkins, who owns Super Bowl rings with both the Saints and the Eagles.
I was talking with Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator, a little bit about Malcolm Jenkins, and he said, you know, our defense is so different than what he did in Philadelphia. It's taken both of us a little bit of time to figure out exactly how to best use him. I would say they're starting to get those calculations going right now.
Inside 6 minutes to the hand on 2nd down and 8. To the outside.
Good tackle, Malcolm Jenkins.
Tackle here, and that's Malcolm Jenkins taking him down.
And another third down.
Now from Jenkins, talking about punching the clock going back to his Philly days. Played almost every snap in 14, almost every snap in 15, almost every snap in 16, 17. He was out for a little while. Every snap in 18, every snap in 19, and all but a couple so far this season.
And his specialty really has been third down and red zone. That's where the Eagles feel like that they miss it the most.
Brady called timeout.
And Brady's going to take a timeout here with a 3rd and 6 upcoming and 5:08 left in the half. And we're back in 30 seconds.
It's the most live Tampa Bay's shown so far. You know, this game started out, I was like, this is going by slow as shit. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 it's 28-0, and we've got 5 minutes left in the first half. The pace really picked up here. That's partly because Tampa trying to get something going. They've wasted a challenge. They're down to 1 timeout, and they're down 28-0. It's not good. They come on, man. I know they're getting beat, but they've got to be a better team than New Orleans.
28-0. The Saints on top. 3rd down and 6 coming up with 5:08 to the half. Brady is 9 of 17 for 64 yards to this point. Meanwhile, Mike
Evans and Brady really haven't clicked as well this year as I thought they might. Of course, we're not going to turn the clock back and get 2011 Brady where he could actually throw it down the field consistently and accurately. He just got clobbered as he throws, and it's dropped by Godwin. It wouldn't have been a first down anyway. You got to go for this. You got to go for this. 4th and 6. You're at least in their territory. You got to go for this. Yep, they're going for it. 4th and 6. Any shot at momentum you have lies on this play. This is the ball game with 5 minutes left in the first half. Here comes a little bit of extra pressure. Brady's shaking it up. Going deep, and it's incomplete. Overthrew Gronkowski, who had a step on the guy covering him. Turnover on downs. Damn, Tom, that wasn't very accurate. Although Skip's going to blame Gronk for being slow, dude. Gronk was wide open. Brady just missed him. My uncle just asked me why was Gronk jogging. I said, that's a sprint for Gronk. Yeah, Evans has been banged up. I know that, but he and Brady ain't clicked. Brady likes Scotty Miller, and he likes AB. I know AB just got there, but why do you think he's there? Damn, son, 28-0. With a chance to get even worse. I'll hang around at least through halftime. I want to see the highlights and everything about some of the other games. Timing of that pass was off just because of the pressure. Pressure is going to affect any quarterback, but Brady's always been particularly shit when it's like real constant pressure. And now his new habit is, oh shit, pressure, lob it up to nobody in particular. That's his new habit. That's 2020 Tom Brady.
Is the architect of that defense. Take a look at some of those numbers. Number one, rushing yards allowed. Third in total yards, less than 300 per game. Sacks, time per second, takeaways. First, they had one tonight, but they've been shredded for 241 yards, and we still have almost 5 minutes to go in the half. And Breeze starts this drive from his own 38-yard line.
Kamara, big run. First down. Could have been bigger.
Defense picks up a first down on the gain of 11.
I tell you, they are hitting from a lot of different angles here, blocking down, coming around, and it really, this Bucs defense.
35-0. That'll be the game. That'll put them away.
They want to go attack, and they want to go just try and smash something here because they're so frustrated. And yet it's been a little bit of that misdirection, that change of pace, that Taysom Hill. They've just been off balance all night.
All right, full five. Ready?
Breeze over the middle. Michael Thomas. Missed tackle, down to the 30. Here comes another drive.
The 31-yard line, he goes.
Well, that's a Michael Thomas route right there. And really, this has been the difference. It's a little crossing route across the middle, but he's so big and he's so tough. He can handle the hits that they're going to take inside on this one. But for Drew Brees, the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, a bit of a struggle. But the difference with him now are those intermediate routes, and having Michael Thomas back in there make a huge difference.
This game's reminded me of some of those nightmares that Brady had in Denver when he played for New England. A couple of years there. Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, that bunch. Damn.
Have him with 4 sacks and season-high 7 pressures against the New York Giants.
And then you think back to the particularly the first Super Bowl against the Giants. Second one, too. The Giants with their incredible defensive line and pass rush they had in those days. Everybody from Michael Strahan to Osi Umenyiora, Justin Tuck in his prime, Matthias Kiwanuka, JPP came along. It was always about the pressure. That's why the Giants won those games. Giants were not that good, but hey, they had a key on a matchup against the Patriots, and that's all they needed. Rattle Brady's ass, because he's obviously not going to move. He's a statue back there.
19.5 sacks a season ago to give you some perspective on how good a job that is.
Like I said, pressure affects every quarterback, but Brady's always been particularly weak to pressure. But that's just because of who he is. Still the most clutch player of all time, don't get me wrong. Which is why we're sitting here. They're down 28-0, and because there's still a whole half left, I'm like, yeah, he's still all right. But 35-0 would put it out. And Breeze smells blood. He is in shark mode right now, trying to get this ball down the field. Big plays.
Get some coffee. It's going to be okay.
I think I said at Denver. That was against Denver in Foxborough at home.
I watched that game. That was 2013.
Second down and 10. Approaching a 2-minute warning.
Breeze once again looking for the kill shot. Play action all over the place, looking for a deep shot to get to the end zone. Oh boy, 2-minute warning of the first half. We're only almost halfway there. They got the Saints on a 3rd down there. 28-0. That's just weird. On the plus side, at least the Bucs uniforms look good. Hey, T-Mobile, you want to tell me why I can't get signal in like 90% of the places I go to? Just wondering. fuck am I sleepy? Man, am I sleepy. Breeze is starting to feel it in this game. Like I said, he's ready to put these fuckers away before the half. Hey, there's Tony Gonzalez in a Wonderful Pistachios commercial. What do you think the Falcons' final record? Give me a second. I'm plugging my phone up. I think the Falcons' final record will be about 6-10. If they're really lucky, it'll be 7-9. Same as last year and the year before, pretty much. They're on the same track to do that shit again. They should be 4-5 right now, which, I mean, if we're being real, they should be like 5-4. I don't know. Maybe 6-3. Third and 7. Had their hands full. Meanwhile, third down and 7 here. First and goal. Nope. Incomplete. Should have been caught by Jared Cook, but it got jarred loose. So they held the Saints to a field goal, and Mr. Brady's going to get the ball with about 1:45 left with a timeout here at the end of the half.
Man, if Jared Cook makes those 2 plays, what's the score? I mean, right? This is pretty unbelievable. So at least they've stopped something here. So they had that fumble, and they had that good defensive play there from Mike Edwards.
36-yard attempt for Will Lush, who's been terrific. Overtime winner last week in Chicago. 31-0. Dale Mabry. Main Street here in Tampa, Florida, 149. So,
welcome back, Antonio Brown.
He's played tonight. He's only caught 1, but he met the media earlier this week. Here's what he had to say.
Changing my outlook on a couple of things. Battling and getting away from anger.
He's got a TB12 hat on. That's funny.
Just being able to stay positive and see the positive of things. I want to say I'm a different person, but I'm a better person. Learning a lot about myself, working on myself for a year and a half. So I think I'm a better person.
So he's going to get, one more chance.
That sounded like a different person to me.
The victims' advocacy groups are not happy about this at all. It's been a back and forth here, but they bring him in. As I said at the beginning, he's on a very short leash here, though.
Yeah, and a lot of things hanging out there. And Tom Brady, to his credit, brought him in. And
no, he didn't. Bruce Arians brought him in. Just ask him.
Trying to make a difference. He's seen a lot of counselors, but there's a lot of water under that bridge, too.
Absolutely. So we'll see his
AB's story is so fucking tragic. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, come on, dude, stay straightened out and let's, finish your fucking career properly. Take advantage of the talent you have. Stop being a cunt. Be better. I hope he's actually trying. Although, we don't know, but I'm okay with that because the less we hear of AB in the media, the better. The less we hear from him, the better. So I'll just sit back and watch him play and just hope that he's doing all right. Brady got AB there for a first down, gain of 10. Brady's already been looking Brown's way a few times tonight. And like I said, so much for 30 plays because AB's in on a lot of these plays, and he's not coming out of the game right now because they're going no huddle. There's Mike Evans. There you go, big play. They're in Saints territory.
It's the difference having a big receiver in there as opposed to a tight end. He really knew how to work that zone, got around the
Saints will regret settling for that field goal. Brady going up top. Intercepted. Marcus Williams. AB made the tackle. Goddamn, Tommy.
Against Brady, they also picked them twice in the opener.
We might be done after the halftime show, guys. I'm tired and this game's over. AB's head looks smaller. That little clip of him talking to the media, that was like a completely different sounding person. Because even in the past, when he's like bullshitting you and trying to say how he's changing, he's still like, you know, he sounds like fucking AB. There, he didn't even sound like AB. Quit trying to be AB. Just be Antonio Brown. You know, there's a difference, you know. Don't be AB. Just be Antonio. Be a better person. Now Brady's becoming part of the problem here. They had a good drive going there, and he throws a dumb interception. That first pick, I'll cut him a break on. That was just a fluke play. A good move by Cam Jordan to tip it up, but the fact that it was intercepted was a fluke. That there's on Brady, that last one. That was bad. The potential's been there all night for that, though. He's missing guys and doesn't appear to have a whole lot of confidence that the protection's going to hold up. Hey, Jimmy Garoppolo's in that commercial. Soon he'll be looking for a new job. Because I think the 49ers are done with him. There's Jimmy Fallon. He's not funny. Yeah, I'll pass on watching Jimmy Fallon.
I haven't seen Tom Brady with that expression.
Do you think they're getting their ass kicked because of the AB curse?
Here's the interception.
And we've seen this quite a bit. Antonio Brown, not enough time on task, I suppose, because he stops. Maybe he thought he was going to throw it down the field.
Okay, so that's kind of half AB, half Brady. AB stopped on the route, confused about what he should have been doing. Saints are going to take a knee and go to the half.
I think the Saints have had enough. The Bucs have certainly had enough.
Al Michaels.
They're going to get the ball, too, of all things, to start the second half. So they're going to kneel it down here. Tampa Bay, if they so choose.
Kneel it down, get less time on that clock, come out with the ball in the second half, put them away.
Just ready to go back to
We'll watch the first possession of the second half before I take off. Woo! 31-0 at halftime. Who would have thought?
If you're just tuning in, that is not fake news. We thought this was going to be a great game.
Al Michaels again on a roll.
For the road team at halftime.
Al Michaels on a roll as always, guys.
Saints with
What do you got over there, Mike Tirico?
They'll get it. Coming up next, the Toyota halftime, and Mike Tirico will take it away. Mike.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I used to call Monday Night Football games with Mike Tirico.
Players of the NFL going on right now. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, we're going to show you two of the youngest, and this game was a tight one. Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa, a treat of the game.
I love saying Tua's name. Tua Tagovailoa.
Alex Trebek on the Toyota halftime. Coming.
It's a fun name to say. Put my damn deodorant on and be ready for tomorrow morning so I can just crawl out of bed and throw clothes on and be ready to fucking go. That's about how much effort I put into my appearance when I'm going to work. This will be a pleasant surprise getting to go to bed early during this game. Hold on, I gotta fix my bed. It's all fucked up. I swear, none of the sheets we have in this house fit my bed. They do, but like barely. So let's watch the halftime show. Which rookie quarterback will have the best career? Justin Herbert. Although, man, I love Joe Burrow, but God, Herbert's a beast. Thing is, for both of them, they're both with really crappy franchises. Not just that they're bad teams right now. Like the Bengals and Chargers are not very good teams right now. But if you look at the way those two franchises are run, there's not much hope for either of those guys to have great careers. I mean, statistically, they'll, Matt Stafford, I'd say he's had a good career, but, the Lions are the Lions. And I kind of feel like Herbert and Joe Burrow are in the same situation. You could almost say the same for Matt Ryan, but the Falcons win a lot more than they lose. They've been to a Super Bowl. He's won MVP. They make the playoffs a lot. But Stafford, he's in like football purgatory with the Lions, and he's just as good as Matt Ryan. So I feel like Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are doomed for that. Don't know what to do about the Chargers. I mean, do you fire Anthony Lynn? I kind of feel bad for Anthony Lynn because I like the dude, but you might want to consider moving on from him. I don't know. Taylor in Cincinnati, young guy, calling good offense. They just got to build a defensive line and, hell, get some fucking offensive line. That's just their two biggest problems are their lines on both sides of the ball. And then you got to deal with the fact that the Bengals are run the way they are. And the Chargers are run the way they are. Doesn't matter who the fucking coach is.
Let's go places. Let the good times roll for Saints fans. Alvin Kamara, everybody. 11 different receivers, people running the ball 31-0. Stunning first half. Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Glad you're with us on Football Night in America. Everyone told you New Orleans was going to win. No, we all told you Tampa was going to win. How did this happen?
I am totally baffled. I knew New Orleans was going to come out and play well. Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders back. The offense would be better. But this Tampa Bay offense, I have not seen anything like this. Totally out of sync.
In Tom Brady's great career, just the third time he's been down 31 points at any point in a game. You engineered a great comeback with your Colts team in that stadium many years ago. What are the seeds you have to lay in the locker room right now?
Well, he's got to read the riot act, Bruce Arians, to his offense and say, we've got to get this going. Defensively, you need one stop. You got to stop this first drive of the second half. Hopefully that'll jumpstart it.
It's a sad day in TV. A true titan of this industry, Alex Trebek, passed away. In his honor, we present the halftime highlights Jeopardy style. Let's take a shot here, Tony. We will start with this one. This team rallies from down 10 at the start of the fourth quarter to improve to 8-0.
Who are the Pittsburgh Steelers? And Eric Ebron with the game winner there.
The Steelers beat Dallas by 5. Cowboys played well. This man became the MVP frontrunner. 25 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season.
Who is Patrick Mahomes?
Like it.
And who is Tyreek Hill?
That's right.
Carolina didn't seem to know there.
They're a good combo. This reigning MVP bounced back after a loss to Pittsburgh last week.
Who is Lamar Jackson? He was average in the first half, but outstanding in the second half.
Baltimore's 4-0 on the road this season. Play the Pats next Sunday night. Tony, this team scored a record number.
And the Colts are another team I just can't figure out.
The Buffalo Bills and their quarterback Josh Allen was on fire today.
Nice bounce back. By the way, this is the first of our 2 daily doubles.
I'm not a big Tua guy. Like, I like Tua, but look at Tua and then look at Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and tell me who you like better, you know?
This quarterback ran for 100 yards or more for the first time in his career.
Who is Kyler Murray, dynamic young quarterback?
And as I daily double because we have an even younger and another dynamic quarterback.
Although the Dolphins are trying to turn the corner and do things the right way, so maybe Tua.
He played outstanding football today.
And in Final Jeopardy, Zane Gonzalez for the win.
What is
How do you come up short on a 49-yard field goal?
49 yards. Miami wins. Let's meet the uncontested to this one.
Hilarious.
We came out here and laid an egg. I don't know. But it's, we gotta be better.
I would say it was a lot better from the Rams game. But we just gotta enjoy. We're gonna enjoy it, and come in Monday or tomorrow we'll probably watch film with one another, and we'll see what we can learn from and continue to work.
Ryan Fitzpatrick had them winning 3-3 bye week.
Hate to do it to you guys, but I think as soon as these halftime highlights and shit are over, I gotta get going. I'm tired. And I think this game's a done deal. I gotta do myself a favor and get ready for tomorrow, so I'm not cranky tomorrow. But I was glad to hop on here and watch a little football. I'd like to hang around longer, but it's not a good idea. I'm tired. Pushing my luck doing this anyway. But yeah, good for Tua. Fucking Miami's 5-3.
That looked like the best in the NFC. Didn't look that way.
Look at the Patriots record. That's just bizarre. Maybe Patriots Jets tomorrow night will be a funny game. Maybe that'll be worth watching.
Last week thought maybe they're coming around, but they have got to improve or they're not going anywhere in the playoffs.
If this keeps up, you're going to go to sleep and say New Orleans is the best looking team in the NFC with what we've seen so far.
I'm saying that right now.
That's for sure. We're going to celebrate a NASCAR champ, but first Toyota reminds.
Oh yeah, let me hang around for this. They said we're going to celebrate a NASCAR champ. Chase Elliott, 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Got my shirt on the way. Whenever it gets here, they said it might take a while because due to COVID and all that, blah, 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 some deliveries might take longer. So whatevs. Be here sooner or later. I look forward to wearing it in the shortest fucking off season ever. Because we'll be back racing again by the end of the first week in February. Got the Busch Clash on the Daytona Road Course. That's a good improvement over last year's Busch Clash. Do we need to go back and bring up that stream of when I live reacted to the Busch Clash from this past season? Holy Christ, what a way to start your NASCAR streaming career that race was. Just a fucking clusterfuck. Sunday Spotlight. I picked Chase Elliott too. Don't give Tony Dungy all the credit.
That's the number 9 car, my college number.
Chase came through, of course, the son of the great, awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Bill Elliott, Chase's son gets the Cup championship today in Phoenix. Peacock, your home for movies and shows.
And that's the NASCAR season.
Love the Amber Ruffin Show. Check it all out. Go to peacocktv.com so you can sign up. Well, this was built as this great heavyweight battle. First 8 rounds have gone to Breeze. Brady, get up off the canvas. Second half to Tampa after this.
All right, guys. Like I said, I hate to do it, but I got work tomorrow, and I'm really tired, and this game's 31-0. So it's not going to be like this every week. I'm not going to jump out of games early, but these are extreme circumstances. So y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming back to hang out after the race today. I didn't think I was going to stream this anyway, but whatever. I'll see you guys when I see you. February. Just kidding. Sooner than that, obviously. But good night, everybody.